2. You know that feeling when you just don't have any motivation. Everything feels like a drag. And it feels like you just want to lie down all the time, but resting never helps. Well, in today's video, I created a very simple test that will tell you whether you are on the verge of burning out. I call this my 3-question burnout test. And if you answer yes to 2 or more of these questions, then chances are you're burnt out. Question no. 1 is, do you feel emotionally drained? Question no. 2 is, do you feel detached from other people? And question no. 3 is, how much do you look forward to the weekend? If you answered yes to 2 or more of these questions, then chances are you are burnt out. So how do we fix this? Well, first off, let me share with you a little story about myself. So about a year ago, I was definitely going through some burnout symptoms. I was feeling so demotivated, completely exhausted all the time, and I felt like giving up on many of my projects. I recall clearly sitting down one day and thinking to myself, is this all there is to life? Is this all I have to look forward to? And this is what made me realize that I needed to make a change. It took me quite a while to get out of that burnout state. But now looking back, there are 3 things that I would have done differently and that I recommend you do right now if you are struggling with burnout. No one is to take a full mental health day. Nowadays, it seems impossible to take a break because there is always something that requires your attention. However, taking a full day to disconnect from work and focus solely on recharging yourself is crucial when it comes to recovering from burnout. In today's world, it's very taboo to take time off. We live in a world where hustle culture is celebrated, and where hard work is seen as something that should be glorified. The harsh truth is that you can't keep hustling forever. Our bodies weren't built for this type of lifestyle. So taking a full day off to recharge is not selfish. It is necessary. The problem with taking a mental health day nowadays is that most of us do untextually disconnect fully. Many people still check their emails and even work during their holidays. One study found that 52% of workers check their email at least once a day when they on vacation. Another study found that nearly half of employees say they feel pressured to respond to emails after hours and on weekends. Please don't do this. Disconnecting entirely is the only way to recharge and reset your mind. When you take a mental health day, leave your laptop at home, turn off your phone and don't use any social media. Spend the entire day doing activities that make you happy and help you relax. Watch your favorite movies, go for a walk or spend time with friends and family. By taking a full mental health day, you allow your brain to rest and recharge. This will help you to come back to work feeling refreshed and ready to tackle new challenges. The second thing you need to do is delegate tasks. Delegation is key when it comes to preventing burnout. Oftentimes we try to take on too much ourselves, whether it's at work or in our personal lives. But the truth is that we can't do everything by ourselves. So, learning how to delegate tasks is essential. The good thing about being in a digital age is that we have access to so many tools and platforms that make delegation so much easier. For example, we can use project management software like Asana or Trello to assign tasks to others. Or we can use communication apps like Slack or Microsoft Teams to assiduously collaborate with others. The main benefit of delegation is that it allows us to focus on the most important tasks. When we try to do everything ourselves, we spread ourselves too thin and end up not doing anything well. But when we delegate tasks, we can focus on the things that are most important to us, and that will make the biggest impact. This leads to better results and also less stress for us. Additionally, delegation helps us develop our leadership skills. When we learn how to effectively delegate tasks, we become better leaders. This is because we're able to trust others to get things done, which shows that we have confidence in them. This in turn helps others grow and develop their skills. By learning how to delegate tasks, you will be able to focus on what matters most, reduce stress, and become a better leader. And the third thing you need to do is to create boundaries. Creating boundaries is essential for preventing burnout. Many times we find ourselves constantly available to others, whether it's at work or in our personal lives. But being constantly available leads to us being constantly stressed out. we never really have a moment to ourselves, and this takes a toll on our mental and physical health. So creating boundaries is key. Boundaries can be created in both our work and personal lives. At work, we can set boundaries around our availability, the amount of work we take on, and the type of work we agree to do. In our personal lives, we can set boundaries around our time, energy, and emotions. There are a few tips that can help us create healthy boundaries. First, learn to say no. It's okay to say no to extra work, social events, or anything else that we don't have the time or energy for. Saying no allows us to protect our time and energy for the things that are most important to us. Second, communicate our boundaries to others. It's important that others know our boundaries, so they don't expect us to be available all the time. This can be difficult, but it's important to be clear and assertive when communicating our boundaries. Third, enforce our boundaries. This means holding others accountable when they don't respect our boundaries. This can be tough, but it's important to remember that we need to take care of ourselves first. By setting and enforcing healthy boundaries, we can prevent burnout and create a more balanced and sustainable lifestyle. These are just a few tips that I recommend you do right now if you are facing burnout. Remember that taking a mental health day, delegating tasks, and creating boundaries are all important steps towards preventing and overcoming burnout. It's also important to seek professional help if you are struggling. A therapist can provide you with the support and guidance you need to develop healthy coping mechanisms and make positive changes in your life. Don't hesitate to reach out for help. Taking care of your mental health is essential, and seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Burnout is a serious issue that can affect anyone. By being aware of the warning signs and taking action to prevent and overcome burnout, you can take control of your mental health and live a happier, more fulfilling life. With that being said, let's move on to the next part of the video. Now that you know whether you are facing burnout or not, I want to help you get super organized and motivated so that you can crush the week ahead. So, here are 5 super practical tips that will help you get organized and motivated starting this week. Tip number 1 is to set clear goals for the week. When we have clear goals to work towards, we are more likely to stay motivated and focused. So take some time at the beginning of the week to sit down and write out your goals. What do you want to accomplish this week? Having a written plan will help you stay on track and make progress towards your goals. Tip no. 2 is to break down large tasks into smaller ones. Large tasks can be overwhelming and lead to procrastination, so break them down into smaller, more manageable steps. This will make them seem less daunting and help you get started faster. You can use tools like calendars and to-do lists to help you break down tasks and stay organized. Tip number 3 is to take breaks and reward yourself. Taking breaks is important for maintaining productivity and preventing burnout. Schedule in breaks throughout your day and reward yourself for completing tasks. This will help you stay motivated and make work more enjoyable. Tip number 4 is to learn to say no. It can be difficult to turn down requests, but learning to say no is important for preventing overwhelm and burnout. Only commit to tasks and projects that align with your goals and priorities. Tip no. 5 is to ask for help when needed. Asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Don't hesitate to reach out to colleagues, friends, or family when you need assistance. By following these tips, you can set yourself up for success this week and beyond. Remember to take care of yourself and prioritize your mental health. By doing so, you will be able to achieve your goals and live a more fulfilling life. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.